Happy Easter. It's me, Fragrance Apprentice. It's been a minute, as Manny would say, and most of the hip, cool kids would say, but what it actually means is that it's been an extraordinarily long time since I last saw you, which just shows you how out of depth my generation's perception of time is. Anyway, today is Sunday, the 16th of April 2017, and that means it's Easter Sunday. Now, Easter is very important for a lot of people for a lot of different reasons, but the most universally understood one is that today we commemorate the death and resurrection of Jesus Christ. And the way that we do that is by telling our children that in the night a magical giant bunny rabbit left chocolate eggs. I actually am pretty certain that the Bible doesn't even contain the words bunny or chocolate, but here we are. And so today I have for you 3 Easter fragrances, or 3 Easter smells that really, really make me think of this wonderful time of year. We're going to start off first with Mondolo di Sicilia from the House of Acquedabama. Amazing. Whenever I smell this, it just transports me back in time to an Easter in my childhood. And I think the reason is that it has a sort of a vanilla smell enriched with also almonds. So it actually gives me kind of like a white chocolate kind of a vibe, and maybe that's the type of Easter egg that I had that particular day, and that's what it reminds me of. But yes, very sweet, and on the skin rather powdery, and almost kind of fruity actually. So if you're an almond or a gourmand fan, this is definitely something that you want to check out. The next is from Carolina Herrera, and it's 212. Now, I've already done a review on this with David before. We had differing opinions. Here is a brief rendition of that review right now. 5 stars.
I'm gonna have to give this a 2 out of 5.
But yes, it has a really strong green quality. It reminds me primarily of freshly cut grass. Of course, springtime is very familiar with that kind of a smell. As it gets warmer and it gets sunnier, people want to come out and tend to their lawns. And not just that, but it also reminds me of Earl Grey tea, which is one of my favourite drinks, so it's kind of a win-win. For some of you, it might smell a bit synthetic on the top, but as it dries down on the skin, it is lush and beautiful. And final smell, this is kind of this isn't really a fragrance, it's actually a scented candle. Now, usually I wouldn't go for this, but I am, after all, the Fragrance Apprentice, so maybe it's time to harness that in its full depth. This, of course, being a scented candle, it has a sort of a vanilla, lavender, woody smell, which reminds me just of the atmosphere around the Easter holidays. It's quite difficult to describe, but as soon as I smell this again, it just reminds me so much of the atmosphere and the familiarity of the Easter weekend. Quite amazing. And if you're into your scented candles, this one called Madeline by Cire Trudon is something you should definitely pick up. You know, there's another reason why I love Easter so much. It's quite an important time of year for me. I have a lot of different memories associated with it. And it's universally understood as something of a time. It's a time of rebirth, of change, of rejuvenation. Buds on trees start to regrow. It is certainly a time of regeneration. And one of the most interesting things with rebirth is you never know what you're going to get.